All right, I'm reading an excellent connection. So if anybody's there, I can go for a little input. This poor, sad little computer. Okay, maybe you guys could hear me. Anybody got any sound? It seems like maybe there's a conflict between the OBS and my charting software, or it's just inundating the computer and it's just making everything glitch. So, we're just fighting it out. Just keep checking back with me every day, man, and I'm just gonna work like the Dickens to change this whole thing. Ah, we have sound. Huh? You miss my nasally voice. I can't even do my own editing. It just kills me. Kills me. All right, we'll give this software a chance to open up, the trading software. Fortunately, I was out of that trade before everything crapped out. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, everything's good when we first get going, and then it just falls off. Yes, it'll definitely get worse as the trading software opens. It's the OBS and the charting software, and I have to run them on both on the same computer in order to stream it live. So therein lies the rub. And basically, the equipment is just shoddy. And like I said this morning, oh, Amazon is turning around. Where are you? There you are. I've already ordered some hardware to get everything rocking and rolling, and I have some stuff here that I might be able to put together this evening that will yeah, maybe limp us through until I get what I'm waiting for. See, I think it just crapped out because the charts are opening. I'm actually going to get rid of some charts and see if that helps us a little bit once this thing opens. All right, everything's up. All right, yeah, the OBS disconnected and then it reconnected. I dropped some charts, so I'm not looking at as much stuff. So it's a little less burdensome on the CPU. So I mean, it looks like everything is transmitting pretty well now. I mean, oh, yeah, I still got a poor stream health. I need a better understanding of how the live stream actually works, and I'll be able to work this out better. I'll know where I'm getting hung up. I mean, I'm making some assumptions here. Yeah, there are birds in the background. I'm making some assumptions for the resolution, but I just need to understand the path that it's going. So we didn't really make much of a turnaround. And what are we looking at? 10:33. So this is where we should be making a turnaround for the day, and I don't see much going on. Um, Looks like we might be a little heavy, and I'm wondering if we're consolidating here. But I would hate to consolidate so close to the low. Just gives me an indication that it might chase that low again. Um, Yeah, I actually went through the task manager and shut a lot of things down. So they're really not a whole lot running right now through the background, in the background. But the charting software um, and the CPU seem to be conflicting or competing at least. And that seems to be where I'm running into some trouble. So I knocked out a couple of charts. So I'm not looking at Amazon with you guys. I'm just looking at the S&P, which is cool because we could talk about trades. Um, I'm looking at the Amazon and everything on another monitor that's off screen on another computer. And my stream is great. I mean, my internet access on that computer is great. It's just what's going on over here. So I think on this computer, um, yeah, I'm confident I have a really bad um, Wi-Fi card, and not bad in that it doesn't work, but bad in that it's just old technology and really sad. Um, and I'm not working with much gig, and I don't have an SSD drive, so if I'm going to do this, it's I have to get the proper equipment. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And now it's just a matter of time before the equipment comes through. So it looks like that 30 seconds turning negative, and it looks like the 1 minute is turning negative. And although this is quite a divergence, but it looks kind of strong. I feel like we're going to break through that low again. This is too wide for me to call it a double bottom. Nope, and there you go. We just broke through the low. And we're moving. Yeah, today's a down day. We might be testing that 42.32 today. Look at the 30-minute chart, which I just put in the screen. Um, I'm hoping you're seeing what I'm seeing. But here's the 30-minute chart. There's a very strong 30-minute bar. We broke the 30-minute low, and we just keep moving down. We're in a bit of a divergence off of this 32, but it looks like we're just steadily heading for it. The 60-minute is very negative. So today is one of those down days. I think I jumped gun on my spread trade. Nah, we're around there. It's not really getting that aggressive. But now's a good time for a turnaround. Okay, on that 1 minute, there's a sweet hammer. Look at that nice hammer right there. It would have been even better for. Okay, now the hammer's about to trigger. It just triggered the hammer. I mean, I'm really not anticipating a single bottom, so it's probably going to turn around and come back down. And yeah, I'm looking for a double bottom. Good hammer on the 2 minute. Oh, and the 5 minutes showing a hammer. Yeah, this is a reversal, I think. I mean, the 5 minute momentum is still very negative. I'd like to turn around. We've got 2 minutes left to that bar in 5 minutes, but it looks to me like we're about to stage a reversal. I'm feeling. You bought some puts at 42.38, 42.38. Well, looks like you're at a break even right now, or hopefully. What was your motivation to buy the puts? There she goes, a break of that hammer, and she's on her way up. If you're in the market for a new laptop, which may be the right direction for you, may I suggest specifically lots of power SSD, has a great video card, and wicked good CPU. It's AMD brand. Yeah, I like AMD. Yeah, I'll take care of that. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at the Alienware. If I could build it to my liking. Oh, what's this? We don't need that. So you can see on the one, and is this a 2-minute? Yeah, this is the 2-minute. This is the 1-minute. You could see that hammer turned around. You see the divergence right here, and this baby is just taken off. And this is a mid-morning reversal. I think we're making a move for this 42.91 right now. Yeah, that's very aggressive. It seems like things are flowing a little bit once I reduce the burden of the. So I believe a little more computer power might do the trick. And now I'm in the hole. All right. Well, okay. So I saw it going down and thought today looked like a down day. All right. I know what you're saying, but that's a problem, right? So we break, we buy on breaks of lows, we buy on breaks of highs, we do reversal trends. We have specific setups to test and see if our hypothesis is correct. Right? So because you think it's a down day, that's that's a bad time to enter, Anthony. So on that break, I mean, you could very well have taken that break, and that could be justifiable. But that break was at 36. I mean, you're talking about 38. You were just in a channel in a consolidation, right? It wasn't telling us anything. And then if you look at the moment, it's just kind of grinding out. So if there was a down move, it kind of flattened out. It made this break. It made this low. The low is lower than this low where my cursor is, but the momentum is trending up, and this momentum on the second low is higher than this low. So there's really there's not a lot of move in it. There's not a lot of move in it. And then if you look at the higher charts, on the 1 minute, you saw a hammer, right? Right at 36. So once you saw that hammer and it broke a hammer, you probably would have wanted to close that position. But when you go in, you have your stops, and you got to pick where your stop is, and you take your loss. So this was an aggressive move up. It's pulling back pretty aggressively too. But on 1 minute, I think that it might be looking to make a trend reversal or a double bottom. I mean, momentum is just moving up. But if it's around here, it's just telling us that it's going to turn around and keep pushing upward. Here, I have a hammer on the 1 minute and a break at the 36, and boom, it takes off. That would be a good trade right there. I mean, 5 points, you could have picked up about 2.5 points on that. And if you're going to paper trade like it's real money. Don't be cavalier with the transactions. Entry patterns like breaks. All right, cool. Don't sweat that, man. So I'm gonna do a little video on support and resistance and how to trade them and trade breaks. And when it is. And you know what? I mean, it takes some time for your eye to get accustomed to it. So, don't be discouraged by the errors you're making. And that's why we trade paper, because if you're trading cash and you're doing this, obviously you're losing capital, but psychologically you're beating yourself up. And these are mistakes you're supposed to make. And this is, um, this is logical at your stage of your career. So you want to make these mistakes, but you don't want the psychological scars that are going to keep you from entering trades once you are cash. And I've seen that happen to young brokers and young traders all the time. Um, so don't sweat it, man. We'll get you past that. Yeah, there's nothing to take. We had a little bit of a trade this morning, and I mean the best we did was 300 a contract. Yeah, and that's on the whole position. So I got out of all three units. So I break my trades up into three pieces. So if I'm trading 30 contracts, I take off 10, I take off 10, I take off 10. So I mean the best I did at the very end was $300 a contract on the last third of my trade. So there's really nothing going on. Yeah, yeah, good for you, man. A lot of people go in there and can't imagine trading paper. Yeah, you can't shouldn't trade trade cash right now. Yeah, we'll just work out all your kinks, and then once you're trading, you'll be earning. And look at that move, man. I mean, this is not an orderly market. It rips up um for 5 points, and then it's turning around and it's sinking down 5 points. Yeah, within 6 minutes of the move. I mean, it's not even something we can understand. Well, if anybody's having fun, just go ahead and hit that like. And if you just joined us, hit the subscribe and hit the bell so you know every time I get knocked off when I've come back on. Um, and if there's any questions, everybody feel free to ask the questions. Well, okay, so you see I have three lines. So here, I mean, this is a hard channel to identify. It's kind of there's nothing really here to trade, to tell you the truth. It's not that solid. I mean, you could try right here is the break of the opening range low. Just can't get a 30-second on. Yeah, you could try a 10 tick. Tosh should have a 10 tick. A 10 tick might get you close. All right, so now look, we're breaking the opening range low again. It looks like it. Momentum's looking fairly negative. You go to the S&P charts, and they're looking very negative. We had this big move up, and it was rejected. So it's kind of encouraging. If it breaks this opening range low, you might be able to take that trade. It's just we only push down to 35.49. It might kick back in your face again. The momentum is kind of supporting the move down. I'm looking at the composite, the Nasdaq, and it looks like everybody's just hanging out around their lows right now. So do you understand what the opening range is, Anthony?